Hey teacher friends, if you are a new teacher or if you've been teaching long enough, then you know that there's something kind of kooky about the time between Thanksgiving and Christmas break. At my old school, they like to call it fall wall, and that's because it's just a really tricky time to teach and to get all of the things in. Meanwhile, trying to keep your students focused yet motivated. Today, I'm going to share with you 3 tips to help you make it through those tricky 3 to 4 weeks. I remember one of my years of teaching when we were having like some kind of a party, and there was suddenly like this little girl being carried down the hall kicking and screaming in her holiday best, and it just reminded me that it was supposed to be like a fun day. I think they were having like parties, but that this time in like holidays, it can be stressful for everyone, even little kindergartners who are supposed to be at fun Christmas parties. It can be a stressful time of the year. We all know that kids are sometimes they're so excited about, Christmas break that that's all they can think about. And then there's also a reverse side of the coin. Sometimes there's kids who, they have quite a different home life and they're not excited for Christmas break. They're not sure, they won't be having somebody consistent there. They won't have a consistent routine. They may not have consistent meals. And so with all of those things in mind, just try to be mindful that sometimes kids, they are going through a lot. So we are going to try to focus on some tips to help keep them focused and motivated. Tip number 1 is going to be to try to keep a structured schedule the best that you can. This helps students know what to expect. You don't want every day to just be kind of like a fun day, or, oh, we're just like doing this random thing or that random thing. Try your best to keep it as structured as you possibly can to really help students. It really helps them to know, what's coming next, and to have their day pretty much the same as it normally would be. Tip number 2, make it fun. This is a fun time of the year. Now, I want you to keep in mind that obviously different people have different holiday celebrations, so definitely be mindful with what you bring into your classroom. You can incorporate some fun holiday themed activities into the curriculum, and this gives students something fun to look forward to. An idea of that would be that you could be having like a canned food drive, and students could be graphing, all the different kinds of foods that come in. Or you could have, one year we did like a pet drive, like for the animal shelter, and the kids would bring in like towels and blankets and toys and food, and you could graph like the different kinds of things that got brought in and how many and how much of each class. And this would incorporate like a fun math activity, meanwhile helping out in the community and giving back, which is kind of what this season is supposed to be about, is that giving back aspect. Number 3 is that you might need to break out a new behavior management system. I like to kind of do like a themed one. So I like to do something like helping the squirrel for fall, or maybe we're helping the polar bears. Sometimes something new is just what you need to make it those couple of weeks. And lastly, my action step today is for you guys, and that's that you don't have to have a whole classroom countdown. Sometimes that makes certain students, have more anxiety or be a little more off the walls. But don't forget to keep a countdown for yourself in your planner. It can be private, so that you can keep yourself focused and motivated to get through to those holidays and your well-deserved break. All right, teacher friends, I'll see you back here next Sunday for more teacher tips.